It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is 3 professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh. This is the podcast where we take user questions, listener questions, and we give them definitive, ironclad answers with a generous sense of style, and usually with some kind of sort of audio. I don't know, like a fascinating soundscape.
Yeah. I'm sorry this week.
Yeah. And that's Caleb, and this is Gabe.
Hi.
And they are hosts as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
we get to host alongside
Josh.
I love it.
3 little hosts.
We try to convince Josh he's a host.
I'm becoming, I don't think of myself that way, but I am becoming a little more amenable to the idea as time goes on.
That's good. That's good.
I get to be a host too.
Yes.
Yeah, some roles are
Fake
just
it till you make it, Josh.
thrust upon you, and you have to just figure it out. You just have to accept it.
Yeah.
I know. Often I'm here and we're talking, and I'm looking at you guys, and I'm just like, look at those. Look at a couple of hosts over there.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
And I have this kind of aspirational feeling about you guys.
That is so cool. Because, I mean, it is weird because when I look at you, I'm like, I've never thought that.
No,
but
you're like,
yeah.
You're like, hold on, what's he doing?
what's
Yeah.
he
So he's a host. Huh?
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't have said that myself.
We
But
could just start.
Just
Without a
start. Just
host?
play the question.
Yeah, just start. I don't know.
Hello, and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. Here's a question.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't need to do that. That's true.
All the other stuff, I don't know if I could do. The extra stuff, I don't know.
Yeah. What? Like what? What would you consider extra?
Introducing other people.
Yeah, remembering other people.
The tags on the kind of explaining what the podcast is.
Yeah.
I would jumble it all up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good. Josh,
What's up, man?
sad stuff this week.
Oh yeah.
We lost the dog.
Yeah. The podcast
The
dog.
podcast dog is gone.
it's true. It's
Very
sad.
sad.
It was pretty sad.
Suddenly died. It's very sad. But my question for you is, as we know, this dog is
Right.
famously litigious.
Right.
What kind of legacy law kind of end of life? What's the term for it?
I
The
don't
law,
know.
like
Like what was her living will like?
yes, like what kind of paperwork are you guys just struggling through right now?
Yeah.
Is it all very clear cut?
Well,
Because of her litigiousness, or is there some weird stuff?
oh, there's some pretty strange stuff that she's like, just kind of burial stuff was real weird. She also had, like when you come down to like DNR stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She did it. She was like, there were a lot of requirements for us to do a lot of things that I found frankly unnecessary.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you were. I mean, I assumed your composure after seeing you after your dog died. I assumed it was just because you were sad because of the dog being dead.
Yeah.
But maybe you were kind of
just
in shock over certain things you
Right.
had to do.
yeah.
Right. Like you were like, I didn't know the paddles could do that.
Yeah. I didn't know the balls would be used this way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that it was like a really, try everything, strain every nerve kind of
Right.
requirement.
So it's like the opposite of a DNR.
it was not a DNR. It was an R.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like with an exclamation point.
A YMR. You must.
You must.
resuscitate.
So, oh man. So you failed.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, like I said, it all seemed pretty extreme.
So now, is there some kind of fallout from you failing that's built into the legal side of things? Like, are you looking at, some fines, which I'm like, I don't know.
Paid to who?
Right.
You know?
Like, I don't know.
Like her favorite charity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, just getting to the, it was, we did have to pay X amount of dollars
Oh my goodness.
to her favorite charity.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, some of those questions
Right.
that come in the form of,
Yeah.
cash,
Yeah.
those would be handy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm willing to
man.
give
So-
you, 33%
Yeah.
of
Yeah, we can split it evenly.
whatever we get
Right.
to help you recoup your financial, legal fees.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Because I do have to, donate a lot of money to certain charities.
Yeah. Which ones?
Wish I could think of anything.
Is there AIDS charity?
Yeah.
There's probably an AIDS charity.
Yeah, I think that was
That
top
was-
one.
The top one was AIDS.
She was trying to
Yeah.
defeat AIDS.
Yeah, defeat AIDS. Yeah, defeat it.
Yeah.
Make AIDS her bitch.
Okay.
I'm just saying that
okay.
because that's
Well,
what she was.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
It's
I've got-
not. That's a technical term.
I
It's not a
understand.
that's not a cuss word.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. She did make me, we were required to donate a lot of money to this charity called BAD,
Oh.
Oh.
which is against diarrhea. Trying to defeat diarrhea. Yeah.
That sometimes diarrhea is like a good thing your body's doing, right? Like your body needs to make diarrhea.
Yeah. I mean, that is what I always, if I get it, that's what I'm like, man, good job.
I'm like,
Way to go,
I'm-
my body.
I'm glad it's not something worse.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So that's,
are we allowed to say the dog's name? Have we ever said the dog's
We've never
name?
said the dog's name, and I think to respect her wishes,
Yeah.
we probably shouldn't.
Yes.
yeah, even though, a lot of the vigilance was her.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Her
that's
own.
true.
Yeah.
There was there's also, I'm sure, she kind of had a fund to keep paying a lawyer to keep the lawyer on retainer to observe.
Yeah. She had a.
Yeah. Keep
so-
listening. She can't listen to the podcast.
She can't listen to the podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Fund was what, like 50 bones?
yeah. Yeah, it was about 50 bones.
Okay.
And that's
So our lawyer is also a dog.
We don't
Or
know.
he was just like, I understand you're a dog.
Yeah.
I will be paid in
in bones. I accept that.
The
This
lawyers,
is valuable to me,
Yeah.
to you, so it's
Well,
valuable to me.
He can use it like he's got certain dog clients. He probably has
Yeah, okay.
other dog related overhead.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't
that's
know.
a currency he can use.
He's got like a legal assistant that's a dog that he just
He
pays.
pays
with
in bones.
I think he might be a dog though, because I did get a cease and desist from Josh's dog at one point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was from the office of Spot Weissman. So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a picture of Spot, but the name seems like a
it's
giveaway.
it's a little
Yeah. Seems kind of on. I haven't met many men with that name.
No.
You know.
definitely not.
Yeah.
No
And
man I know.
I think
name's
his and I think his the firm is is Spot, Fido, and
Rex.
Rex.
That was it. Yeah.
That's the firm.
Spot, Fido, and Rex. And then underneath it says
law-
bark, bark, bark.
The law offices of Spot, Fido, and Rex.
Attorneys at Paw.
I knew
Okay,
we'd find
so wait.
something.
So we were confused about whether this guy was a dog.
Looking back,
But his copy says attorneys at Paw.
yeah.
His-
Yeah.
yeah. Or it's not his copy. What would it be?
No, yeah.
His,
letterhead.
his letter.
Yeah.
his letterhead
stationery.
says attorneys at Paw.
and you're like, couldn't it have been Paw attorneys at law? I don't know. Like that's more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you go a little bit harder on this
Yeah.
spot? And also, why are you guys name your law office after? Why are the partners listed by their first names?
Well,
Or
they
their
don't
Christian names.
have. Yeah, I guess it would be complicated. I guess you could use your own, but like, if you, what is it? Sign your dog up for the AKC or whatever. You register them.
Yeah.
You can give just one name. I mean, maybe they just didn't have. Their legal names are one name.
Yeah. Was
And
Spot
they would
Weissman.
know.
Yeah,
So-
maybe
Oh, I'm
Spot's
sorry,
the only
Spot
one with.
Weissman. Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I think it might
I
be
forgot.
Weissman, Fido, and Rice.
Yeah, that's. We should just look at this letter you got. We
No.
should pull this up because we're kind of messing it up trying
It's
to
in
remember
my-
it all.
It's deep in a file cabinet somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too much trouble, and we have a lot to get to today.
Obviously.
So, yeah, let's get right down to it. We have a question from a familiar voice on the podcast. This one's from Justin. Let's listen.
Hey guys, this is Justin. I have owned 2 Funko Pops in my life, but they were both gifts, and they were Frankenberry and Count Chocula. So let me know if it's okay if I can ask questions. If it's okay, here's my question. I am going into an interview, and I know the person I am going into this interview with is a very politically savvy guy and is looking for people who are politically savvy themselves. And I don't even know where to start. I don't even know our king's name. So where do I start? I've heard of CCN or like PBS. Like, where do I go to start learning politics? Thanks, guys. I appreciate.
So first of all, the question is based on the information that he has given us about Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he allowed to
Is that
ask
how you
this
pronounce
question?
it? Is that how you pronounce
Funko Pops.
Funko Pops?
I said it weird.
Funko.
Is it
Funko.
Funko Pops?
I feel like
It's Funk.
Because
right?
it's a
And then
K, I
just an
think
O,
it's
right?
Funko.
It's not like Funko
Yeah.
Pops.
It could be a
the
name.
fun
I don't know.
company.
what are the the Funko, however you slice it,
Yeah.
I get it.
That communicates.
Right? Is it funky
Yeah.
or is it fun?
Yeah.
It's a fun company, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting it. The
Yeah.
Pops, what's the Pops part?
I have no idea.
Like pop culture.
Do they pop?
Oh, it's
is it pop culture?
That's
Caleb,
my best.
That makes
guess.
sense.
Great.
I mean, that really makes sense.
That's probably
That
what
pulls
it
it
is.
You know, pop culture like Count Chocula.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Really
Hey,
got
listen.
their finger on the pulse of what people
Yeah,
are.
I would have thought pop culture,
Yeah.
like 1/3 of the Rice
Like-
Krispies.
Or like corn pops.
Yeah, right.
Right, or corn pops.
Yeah.
Snap crackle.
Yeah. Just a big corn pop. That's
Corn
the
pop.
Funko Pop.
Man,
It's
corn
just a big
pops are
corn
good.
kernel
Yeah.
pop. Big popped corn.
But no,
kernel.
but they really are more character based, aren't they?
Yeah. And I was like, what is the corn pop guy? And I don't think there is one that I'm aware of.
No, there is.
There is?
It's like I think it might be a honey man.
No, I know what you're thinking of, and you're
wait.
thinking of honeycombs.
Bro, honeycomb
Yeah.
has
And they
like
did
the
have, like, a little monster
maniac
guy.
You
monster
just
man.
said you think it might be a honey man.
I think that's
Like
I think
Shia
that's what
LaBeouf,
Gabe,
you
like
need
Honey
me-
Boy.
Honey Boy,
You need me
who's
to
grown up.
explain that.
Shia LaBeouf is a honey man. He's honey boy grown up.
He's all grown up.
I'm when I said a honey man, what I meant was a bear.
You know, those furry honey.
Legitimately meant to say bear, but I
honey man.
a honey man.
Honey man.
Which, yeah, I mean that is what
That's
are
right.
bears.
Yeah, they're
Not
honey men.
I was thinking also it could just be a husband.
Yeah, that's true. Honey.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, a honey man. He says honey.
Mm-hmm.
He's called honey.
Yeah. So his wife calls him honey.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I
He's a
think it's a
honey man.
bear.
He's a
I
honey
don't
man.
know.
Honey
The
man.
corn pops.
Yeah. And also a honey man presumably has been on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yes. Josh.
Do you know where the term honeymoon comes from?
I mean, I
once
probably
did.
I was just gonna say. Now this might be dumb. I was gonna say someone who spoke English came up with it.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if we're kind of playing Guess Who about this,
Someone who spoke English.
that's the base coat. You're like, that is okay.
They probably spoke English.
Start to eliminate some of the,
maybe
8
it
billion
was just
people in the world.
translate. Let's hear.
I don't
Gabe
know what it
knows.
is. I was asking. I don't know.
Oh,
Sorry, I should have. I guess I should have the answer, but I think it might be something about mead.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Drinking mead,
Yeah.
to make you virile,
oh, is that
And-
what it is?
potent,
Is that okay?
To
Because I was listening
consummate, and
this is
procreate.
this is going to be interesting. This is going to be pretty interesting.
I'm
Okay.
really looking forward to.
I was listening to Merlin Sheldrake being
Nice.
interviewed by Rick Rubin.
Oh, nice.
And he said that he believes that there are different psychoactive effects based on different kinds of alcohols. So
Yeah.
we've limited
Yeah.
ourselves to like hop-based
Yeah.
and grape-based alcohols to a large degree.
Right.
But he said mead, in his experience, gave rise to a greater sense of hilarity
Interesting.
than
Oh.
other alcohols.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Propensity
I
towards
can
hilarity.
speak to that a little bit, not with mead specifically, but there was a long period of my life where I didn't drink beer, and it made me feel terrible. And then it stopped making me feel so bad, so I've been drinking beer more, and it is a totally different
Yeah.
Yeah.
feeling than
Yeah.
drinking other
Oh yeah.
like gin or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah. I totally think that's legitimate.
Yeah.
Whatever it affects you. The alcohol. It's not just the component of alcohol.
Right.
It's how it's cultured. How
Yeah.
it's made.
There's something going on there.
Me
So
being
maybe-
the guy I
interesting
am,
to
I
me.
was always just very interested in the feeling that vodka gave me.
Yeah,
Vodka.
Just
vodka.
straight up vodka.
vodka
Yeah.
shots.
That's good.
But the honeymoon mead, mead is.
So you're saying those Viking feast halls were
Yeah.
just hilarious?
they were just cracking up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
and that is true. You want to have a good time on your honeymoon,
Oh, you do.
a hilarious honeymoon.
Oh, dude.
That's good. That's a good honeymoon.
Probably the best in the long run.
All
Probably
the
the best kind of
hijinks you get up to.
honeymoon.
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, definitely.
That would be a good. I bet there's a movie like that.
Honeymoon hijinks.
Name's right there.
If there isn't a movie yet, we're going
going to
and
work
produce
on
and
Honeymoon
hijinks.
release.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's sort of like a baby's day out, but the husband
Okay.
gets out.
The husband gets out on the honeymoon,
Gets loose.
Husband is loose on
and his bride is
His bride has hired some photographers to come to take pictures of her husband.
Right. Yeah.
all in
This
his
is-
swaddling clothes because he's a baby. He's not a baby.
He's a honey
but as a
boy.
husband, he is a baby husband.
He's brand
He's
new.
a newborn
Yeah,
husband.
he's a newborn husband. He's a honey boy still. He's not back from his honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honeymoon makes you a man.
Okay.
Honeymoon
And
makes
that's
you
where
a honey man.
we're gonna have to stop talking about
Okay, okay.
at that point
Yeah,
because
yeah, I
of
get
the
it.
implications
I
that
get
that
it.
bears.
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't. I mean, my dog's estate will be all over.
Yeah,
This
Oh,
is what
yeah.
I'm-
Oh, yeah.
some of my concern for propriety
Yeah.
on the podcast is not just like my own predilections; it's my concern over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of drawn from things my dog has taught me to worry about.
Honestly,
Yes. Yeah.
sort of a prude.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Definitely a prude.
for a dog especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and sorry, based on, kind of some of the things we had to do according to the
Oh, no.
resuscitation
Oh, no.
requirements.
Yeah.
It's rest in pieces.
she's resting in pieces.
Oh, my goodness.
and it
So part of the requirements wasn't to, like, if this doesn't work,
It's-
sew me back together.
It's
Right.
just that things got out of hand.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
you misread one piece of the will
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you end up with a lot of different pieces.
Oh, that's the wrong PSI.
Yep.
I don't know.
No, you're. It's
am
weird
still-
how accurate. That
If I
is.
am still unresponsive, please inflate me.
No, this is a
It's a
dog.
dog. We don't know what her grasp on her physiological needs might be.
We can say that it was poor and it didn't work.
Yeah, like Josh would know how. Yeah, like what kind of medical, if it seemed like there was any kind of consulting medicine
yeah.
at all for these
Just like
recommendations for
you
resuscitation.
know, she has kind of a. We think of her. We've based on all the conversation we've had about her. We think of her as pretty worldly, but really her frame of reference was pretty small.
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She hadn't seen that much of the world, or
right.
so a bicycle pump.
It's
Kind of one of the
some sort
things.
of
Air seems
medical
important.
miracle.
Living requires air, so
Yeah. She saw the bicycle pump breathe new life into tires. And she thought,
her favorite friend.
There's a poetry to that.
Would be dead.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And they would be inflated.
This machine has saved some of my best friends.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Or it's like, if I can't be alive, at least I could be a ball.
At least I could be a ball.
It's true.
Yeah. That was definitely one of her specific requirements.
Anyway, we don't want to get you in trouble with her estate.
Yes.
Right.
And
So
we really,
we're not gonna try
don't
to
need to-
dwell on that for too long.
yeah.
The so to get back to kind of Justin's question, can he ask the question?
Yeah.
About Funko Pops.
Funko Pops.
Even though he's owned Funko Pops.
This is a reference maybe we should explain,
Go ahead.
right?
Sure.
It's. I mean, I don't know. It's it's too self-indulgent. Do we think we're too important? That's for you guys to decide. But the deal is, we used to say the number of Funko Pops you had was a sign of how suicidal you were.
Yeah.
Yes.
So having 2 Funko Pops makes you seem a little more suicidal than
Right.
having none.
Right.
And I think there
They're
was also,
gifts.
we
They're
didn't want to
gifts.
really
They were-
associate with people
That
that had
had
Funko Pops.
Funko Pops.
Isn't that part of it?
That was
too?
part of it. It was
I
like,
think
please
so.
get rid of your Funko Pops before
Well,
you start sending
we
questions
live.
in.
Each of us lives in kind of just on a knife's edge.
Yeah.
As far as depression, mental health.
One
all that kind
Funko
of
Pop
stuff.
might
Right.
put us over.
So it's like we have to be careful.
vigilant.
Right. It's like if you're allergic to peanuts, you gotta
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Associating with him, even with his gifted
Right.
Funko Pops, there's a thing where people re-gift things. So
Right.
if we get to be friends with Steven,
Right.
invite him to a party.
Yeah. Steven,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I'm really sorry, Justin.
Justin.
I forgot. I had a different name for your face.
Yeah.
Jordan. What?
Jordan.
Well, no, sorry. I have a different name for Justin's face.
His
It's
face
Steven.
is called Steven. He's Justin.
We've got to remember when you look at his
But
face.
Justin's face is named
That's
Steven.
Justin, even though his face is named Steven.
I don't know why God put this on my heart to do this. It makes life really complicated.
You have to remember twice as many names.
Twice as many names, which means I can only hang out with half as many people
Yeah.
and not offend them.
Yeah.
So Justin, I don't know. I mean, this is worrisome to me,
Yeah.
but I think one of the things for me is we don't have really too much of an episode if we say no.
Right.
So maybe we should just say yes.
Well, and also I think
yes.
Right, because
yeah,
if he
yeah.
can't ask the question, then we're not going to answer that other question. He's kind of figured out how to get 2 questions in one, which is he's just sneaky.
He is, but you know what? I appreciate it. I like kind of, walking that difficult balance with somebody.
Okay.
He
Where you're
reminds
like-
me of myself.
He does, and it's like that's fun. Let's just get into it and let's go for it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold Justin's tiny little feet to the fire.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah,
all
he's
over
squirmy.
the place.
Yeah.
Sneaky, squirmy
Pretty
guy.
little. Might even just slip out of your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can ask this question. The question
I think so.
again is about political savviness. In order to be prepared for this interview, I assume it's a job interview.
Yeah.
Right.
Really sounds that way.
Not
although it
just
was
like-
never specifically stated.
Right. There's just like a man interviewing people to see how politically savvy they are. He said
Yeah.
it was looking for other politically savvy people,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that he's probably not. It would be inaccurate if he was just wanted to find out how politically savvy Justin is, because Justin is trying to, tip the scales a little bit and bone up on politics.
On
Right.
this savviness. So yeah, where do we think you should really start when you're trying to gain political awareness?
Yeah.
This is
Man, what a question.
this is such a huge question.
Yeah,
he's
it is.
already aware of CCN and PBS.
Oh. But in one, for the people out there that don't know, what is
Yeah.
CCN?
CCN.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the isn't it something with country music? I can't remember.
I think it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're political.
No, I think he misspoke.
Oh,
I
not
think
CNN.
I think
Yeah.
he meant CNN, which, as we all know, stands for
Oh.
CNN stands for
Communist News Network.
Communist
Yes.
News
It's-
Network.
As
crazy.
my friends in grade school used to love to say.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
Right.
And it was just something that their ultra-conservative fathers would say.
Yes.
And they thought it was a joke.
Yes. But they thought it was true.
Or
Or
no,
they knew it was a
no,
joke.
No, they knew it was a joke.
Oh,
They thought
okay.
it was funny. And I was
Yeah.
like, we're 10. Why do you think that's funny? Yeah.
My dad thought it was funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the same reason I like Andy Griffith. Same reason I like MASH.
Yeah. Like mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah.
Mashed peas.
Yeah.
Mushy peas.
I like or the sleepover game.
The sleepover game, MASH.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
That's why your
Me and
dad.
my friends, my male
What
friends.
does it stand
used to
for?
play.
Married.
Yeah, there is something
It's
that
like
I don't remember.
It definitely stands for
A.
something.
I don't know
think
what the
it's-
A is, but then it's like spouse and house or something.
Oh,
Or no, or I can't remember.
I don't.
Which one of those is job? One of them has to be about occupation.
Yeah, because it was it was
Job.
determining all of these things for you.
Wow. I don't remember.
Neither do I.
Oh man.
I was so sleepy whenever I played.
Oh yeah.
Just kind
Tired.
of.
Just, let's get over it. Let's figure out who we're gonna
Evaporates.
marry and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Play our fun sleepover game.
Yeah.
And then get to bed.
I mean, yeah, being politically savvy, I'm also like kind of confused about it, exactly what that means.
Sure.
It's just like navigating the waters of politics
Yeah.
in a way that.
Or is it just having a political opinion?
Right.
And,
Right.
and having kind of an idea of what the political
Is it-
landscape is like. What are
That's-
what are things that are happening?
See, savviness always makes me think of like
Right.
you're good at navigating it.
He
So it's
would-
not just knowledge.
He would be
It's like-
climbing a ladder.
Yeah. Now, like savviness is born out of knowledge, but you'd be like an autistic person would be like have a lot of knowledge.
Right.
Would they be savvy?
Right.
Politically?
No. Yeah. I think they would
mean-
just kind of spout off.
Yeah, it's a good question.
We should have more autistic lawmakers.
We should. You
lawyers.
believe we should.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Once
I
in
don't see
yeah.
why not.
Yeah. It's- like instead of being like really into like Pokemon or
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering.
Aren't you worried that might influence what compliance with the law might require of you
Yeah.
to be maybe become a little more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
keyed into
true.
like patterns,
more
and-
artistic.
and yeah,
Yeah.
a little, little
Like Theo
further.
Vaughn would say,
Yeah,
got that tism.
got
Yeah,
a touch,
touch
of
of
the
the tism.
tism.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's not great. I'll go back on that.
Yeah.
Maybe not the most politically.
Right. They do seem like they're probably the kind of people that are making laws.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Well, they follow the law
Yeah.
of in their heart.
It's been
Their
written on
mind has
it's
made
been
a
written on
law
their
that they
heart.
follow. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
My
that's true.
dumb laws have been written on my heart.
Yes. Yeah. So I guess to be politically savvy, first you have to accumulate a ton of knowledge. I think.
It's got to be based in knowledge.
Yeah.
And really, all anybody's ever talking about is, the things that they have understood based on whatever sources they have at their disposal.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
right? You just use whatever sources.
Use what you have.
Because that's all anybody can really look at anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't, that's kind of the undergirding idea here is that, is there any hope of understanding legitimately what is happening?
Right.
Based on any source?
Yeah.
And the answer to that is no.
No, there's not.
There's no hope.
It doesn't seem like if you're politically savvy that you're trying to accomplish any goal except to continue to be in politics,
right,
or rise through the ranks. You're not trying to accomplish any good outcome for society. If that happens, good.
Right.
We're glad.
That's fine.
That's fine,
We're not avoiding that.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
But that's not the point of doing this.
Right.
You're trying to navigate these things so you can slip through the cracks.
It's like any system that it exists to perpetuate itself, right? Like that is
for
what
sure.
it's about.
For sure. They've lost sight of the true goal.
The true goal of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what maybe in our system this is the true goal.
I think it is.
Yeah.
The true goal of politics.
But what I mean is ruling people being governed.
Right.
That's the true
people
goal
being
governed.
People being represented for governance in relation to governance.
Yeah.
Right.
But that doesn't really happen in any significant way.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then the question of doesn't even arise. The question of what is going on. How would you know what is going on?
Right.
How would you begin to understand who's pointing at what, which way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just not,
And this is
not really it's not up for grabs.
This is where it gets tricky for me. I am not politically savvy. I don't really I pretty much hear things that upset people that are around me. I hear them talking about them, and then I either mirror that, that vitriol, or I don't understand it, and it scares me, and I have to, watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I engage with politics.
Yeah.
Things trickle in from
Maybe
here.
Is there a
and
third one
but
where you go, that's no big deal?
like a third reaction that I might have to something like
where
that?
You're not like mad or sad, but you're just like blank face.
Well, I feel like usually if somebody's talking about it, it's because they're upset about it, and that's when I would encounter it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're probably not going to, people don't like to talk about like good stuff that happens in politics.
Definitely
Does
not.
good stuff happen in politics? I don't know.
How would we know?
How would I
you
know?
Yeah.
Nobody's telling me about it.
Yeah.
Seems pretty sure bad things are happening, but are good things happening? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Right.
Yeah.
And if you do look at like, oh, this good stuff happened in politics, a lot of it is like there were more regulations related to climate change that were made.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that good? I don't actually know.
right. Everything is turned on its
Right.
head.
Yeah.
Depending on who you talk to.
I know people are like, don't you understand how a bill becomes a law?
Yeah.
And I'm like, a utility bill?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
The
would
law
seem
is I got to pay it.
Right.
Right. That would be crazy.
The bill becomes a law when I haven't paid my utility bill. I'm going to jail.
Right. That's when I see the law.
Yeah, that's how a bill becomes a law.
Bill becomes a law. Yeah, that's better than what I was thinking, because I was just thinking like
good.
a guy changed his name or something.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
my name's William.
William
Change
Bill.
my-
I'm changing it to William Law.
Oh, okay.
because I'm going to represent these dogs.
No. Lawrence.
Lawrence Law.
Well, it's law is the first part of Lawrence.
That's true.
Lawrence Law.
So you could
yeah.
just
If you spell it that way.
My name is William
yes,
Hill.
true. You could spell it with a U, like some
L-A-U.
kind of Brit.
Law.
A barrister?
Yes, a barrister.
Yeah.
A solicitor. Those idiots. They don't.
Yeah.
And you have to wear a wig and a robe.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I wish
I
our
think that's
guys had to
so
look
lame.
silly like that. Yeah, there would be way less people doing it. Just
I think-
imagine like crime dramas, like where it's all represented like that. Like they're in a court of law, and it's this really
They have
tense scene.
different costumes that they have to wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, this guy's dressed up like an Indian. This guy's dressed up like a construction guy.
Wait,
Just the cast of Village People.
I don't see how we got there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking if you wanted to make it not cool,
Oh, yeah.
you
I was
require
just
a bunch of different costumes for every different position.
in the courtroom. Okay, okay. Because I was just thinking doing the same British law.
Oh,
Where
like
everyone
the
has to
wig
wear a
and the
silly
robe.
wig and a robe.
I feel
and
like
then if you went to filmed us like a TV series,
yeah.
I don't know.
Back
I'm
in the
sorry.
day when that tradition was established, wouldn't they have also been powdering their faces? Why did that not get included?
They've lost that.
From what I've heard, some of these lawyers and politicians do powder their faces.
Powder their noses in
Powder their
particular.
Their
Where's
little
their
noses.
nose? Where's their nose, Gabe?
It's on there.
It's right on.
It's right on Stephen.
I was gonna say it's right there, sitting right in smack dab in the middle of Steven, which is the name of Justin's face.
Yeah, but powder your Stevens, sir. Wouldn't they be?
Powder Stevens. I'm going to powder Stevens' nose. Justin says to himself.
Yeah, I don't think Justin's doing that.
No.
No, I don't.
I mean,
think
maybe that's in his future if he becomes politically savvy.
so. He's so tiny. Just even a whiff of the stuff might kill him.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that stuff's dangerous now. It's contaminated.
Yeah.
Gotta have
so
a
much.
test.
Asbestos.
Right. Cocaine these days. is
So much
full.
asbestos.
It's
Yeah,
full of
people are getting
asbestos.
mesothelioma from
Which is nice because your cocaine won't catch on fire.
right.
But
But at
there's
what
a
cost?
trade-off.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Trade-off.
And I'm sorry that we're talking about drugs. I know.
Yeah,
We don't
shouldn't
like.
do that.
We're not
Yeah.
advocating for you to do drugs.
No.
Or recommending that.
It's
No,
just that
we
it
don't
could
like
be
that.
it's a potential for Justin if he is successful
Yeah.
in this sphere.
Maybe
Yeah.
this is how you. Maybe that's how you gain political salve.
Yeah.
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 Is
Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Oh, you think that helps you?
think it could.
Yeah, I think it probably does.
It's chicken or the egg thing because it's like, well, political savviness does seem to head in the direction of debauchery and
Right.
corruption, and so maybe you should start sort of practicing those things, and then the political savviness will.
exactly.
I think-
And Jordan Peterson has taught us so much about how cocaine taps into the dopaminergic
He taught me
system.
more than
Right.
anyone about cocaine.
Right.
and how it taps into the dopaminergic system. So you feel like you are at the top of the hierarchy.
Okay.
Right?
You're
you
given
feel like you just got
rules.
bumped up the hierarchy
Yeah.
when you're taking that drug. So now you're ready to rule.
Yeah. You're ready to spout truth,
And-
give
and
laws,
Just really quickly, maybe
figure out the future.
if we're going to keep talking about that substance, maybe we
Yeah.
should just use a code word.
Yeah.
Can we call it corn pops?
Yeah.
yeah,
corn
that's
pops.
fine with
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
Corn pops.
Corn pops.
Yeah.
But
I had something.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
gonna
Well,
get
let's-
it back. I'm gonna get it back.
Gabe, let's give him a second.
let's
Just
just
me a
give
little
Caleb
bit
the
of a
space
second.
that he
What
needs.
were you talking about?
Right now, we were talking about.
Before Gabe said his thing.
Before Gabe
really
said,
screwed me up by talking
corn
by
pops?
saying
I
his
know.
thing. No, before that.
I'm so sorry, and I'm sorry to the listeners.
he was
because
saying
I've
he was saying
deprived them.
corruption and all of this. Maybe that substance.
It's the
Oh yes,
Kinda
I was going to
gets
say
you there.
first. Honestly, he said, "Where should I go to learn about
Right,
politics?"
right.
But I think you got to go a step before that,
right.
what is it?
and that is
What's the step before
the first step is morals.
that? Is that sorry? Is this first step the step before the first step that
Yes.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying the actual first
Okay.
step. He was saying, "What do I go to learn about politics?"
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if you go to learn about politics with your current moral compass and
Yeah.
standards, you're gonna be
Probably
driven to all
disillusioned.
just crazy different stuff.
yeah.
So you first have to start by just dissolve that,
Yeah.
get rid of that.
Yeah. Get a tub one of those tubs that is the right kind of
It's the right
tub
kind of
where
plastic.
you right kind of plastic,
yeah.
where you can put acid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right kind of
And
like,
then
yeah.
put your morals.
Take your morals.
Take your
dump 'em
morals
in
out,
there.
put
Douse them in
there.
acid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then
Maybe a quicker way might be to pump your morals up with a lot of air.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just get that PSI really
Right.
high.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just explode your morals.
Just
right.
yeah.
Messy.
I mean,
Big mess.
yeah. But guess what? You're not going to need those morals.
No.
No.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Get them out of there. I mean, that's my...
Yeah.
Because then now you can enter in moral free, and the only thing that you're concerned about is the way forward
Right.
Yeah.
to accomplish your ends,
Yes.
which is maybe selling something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like that.
The
Knowing Justin
selling,
and his
hold on.
background.
You're saying he's trying to sell something related to politics.
No, it's like
Okay.
to be on the marketplace, you have to be politically savvy these
Yeah.
days because everyone has to have. You have to have political positions
Right,
in
to sell.
marketing.
Yeah.
but they can't be too strong
Yes.
or one way in case that was the wrong move.
Right.
and it just disenfranchises people from your product.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to navigate all that.
Yeah, that's really true. You want to be able. I mean, when you're selling this thing, you want your, your list of ingredients on the side that
Yeah.
has the rundown of this many calories due to fat and protein
yeah.
and sugar.
Right.
You want the marking there for moral compass
Yes.
to be as low as it possibly
Zero.
can be. That's a saleable.
No.
That's a saleable.
But you don't want people to know it. So it's got to be you don't want people to know that you don't have morals.
Right. They have
to think you have morals.
Unless they look at the ingredients and the composition.
Maybe it's like an acrostic and that it's
Yeah.
the different ingredients all end up spelling out no morals.
No morals.
Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
I don't know. It's like
figure
a
out
hidden
some way of
message.
hiding it in
yeah,
there.
hide it
Okay.
in there.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You could also do it as one of those compare and contrast pictures.
Yeah.
And where you hide
the
different
hidden
letters
eye, the hidden
around.
eye pictures where you
Yeah.
Oh, or wait, no, I'm talking about different things. The hidden eye pictures where you cross your eyes and then it jumps
Yeah,
out
Sure.
at you.
That would work too.
Yeah,
We
could.
could
Yeah,
do
you
that.
could do that too.
Or it's both.
Right. You have to first of all look at this thing this way, and you have to look at this picture and then that picture, and then you have to
And then
find the hidden letters.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
By comparing.
To
And that
make
way
their
no one
acrostics.
knows. You're
Yeah.
being above board. It's in the fine print.
Right.
Very strange fine print.
Yeah.
But it's there. And then you can go ahead and you can
Okay.
navigate this because then your only concern is
Yeah.
be as much in the middle, actually, so you can increase your market.
Right.
Yeah.
Who you're marketing to. The most amount of people
You're
are gonna
talking about a
buy what
voter
you want.
base.
Yeah.
Not a market necessarily.
Well, but
as
it's
such.
What I mean is if you're selling
You're
things.
selling yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a market.
Wait, is he he's trying to be a politician?
No, I don't think he's trying to be a
No.
politician.
I thought he was getting ready for public office. I thought that's where we.
I don't know. I think he's just trying to be politically
He wants
savvy.
a job.
Justin is an artist. So
Yeah.
what I'm imagining is he's trying to get a job where he's drawing stuff for someone that wants
He
to
wants
sell
to be
you
like the
know-
next Shepherd Ferry.
You know that there's a whole thing with artists when maybe they don't succeed,
Yeah.
but they do get interested in politics.
They get a little bit more
Mm,
interested.
okay.
There's definitely
Politics.
one touchstone where there's an artist who
Yeah.
didn't really succeed as an artist and started looking for other
Yeah. You
work
got interested
and
in
then
politics.
got in politics.
Yeah. And it was
That was a
Mr.
certain individual from
Mr. M.
a
Mr. M.
Mr. M.
I don't remember Mr. M. Go ahead though.
I was thinking of an H,
You were thinking of an H.
a pretty famous H,
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking
Or,
of Charles Manson.
notorious
Oh,
H.
Charles Manson got pretty interested in politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so interested in it.
He was spending a lot of time in his.
Yeah.
You mean after
Really?
everything, kind
Well,
of when he had some time to himself in his cell.
Yeah.
He got very into politics.
Oh, okay.
He
I
was
'cause
all
I was
up on
wondering
it.
if it was before. And
I mean,
he
it
got so
was-
interested in politics that he started telling other people to go kill other people.
Yeah. And he was like, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
True. He's doing his own little Vietnam
Yeah.
right here.
Yes.
Charles Manson's private little drone strikes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're drones for sure.
Essentially. Basically.
Nailed it, Gabe.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not politically savvy, but I do have kind of a searing wit that I can apply to skewer and satirize.
If I had if my soundboard was working, I would play the sample of Gabe going hot, 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 hot,
yeah, true. Searing and
hot takes.
Hot takes, but yeah, I guess I just don't really apply them in that way. I mainly use that for more important stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, being fun and funny and having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically having a good time.
Just important stuff is distracting yourself from the ways that people are trying to ruin the world.
We do.
Yes.
We do think of, and I don't think of myself as a host particularly, but I do think of myself as a satirist I mean, I don't know about you guys. Do you ever think of yourselves as holding up a mirror to society?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of like, this is what you look like.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as a satirist, but I do think of myself as a satyr sometimes.
Yeah.
Sadder.
Yeah.
Sadder.
Like
sadder than most.
No, like a half goat man.
Which would make you kind of sad.
Yeah, I've had dreams like that.
Might be. Yeah, you've had those dreams too.
Yeah. I haven't had any dreams like that, but
yeah,
I understand why they're called satyrs.
Yeah, you think it makes them sad?
Yeah, they're sadder than a goat and a man because they're they belong to neither world.
Can't figure it out. Yeah, well, I have to walk both ways.
Yeah,
yeah, stuck in this nether world.
Yeah, it is goats, right? They're goat man.
I don't remember which a satyr is.
Don't you feel like if you're a satyr, you're probably just going to be, you're just going to end up with the goats? The goats are going to ask fewer questions.
Oh, totally. The goats are like, they're fine.
They're like, whatever.
Just don't
it's true.
Yeah, just kind of leave us alone.
Yeah.
I was giving the species that notoriously eats trash way too much credit for being discerning.
Yeah. Like, who's this part man here? They're like, well, he's mostly goat. They can't do percentages.
I don't care. I don't care. I'll eat grass or a can.
Yeah.
Who's this man?
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, get him out of here. He's not.
Yeah, you know how goats were, famously unshepherded or herded. They don't associate with people.
I'm so excited to see how this will impact my Saturn dream.
Yeah.
I have all this new material to use.
Totally.
But I'm curious to know how, Josh, are you politically savvy? Is that where we're headed?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I don't think to me the interesting thing about pursuing something like political savvy is just the epistemological question.
Certainly.
Right?
Right.
How do you know? What would knowing this thing, what would that actually look like?
Yeah.
I don't have a strong sense of what knowing what's going on would look like. So but I find that interesting.
Yeah. It's fun to play with, for sure.
Sometimes it's interesting. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you do feel like, well, there is stuff going on in the world, and I feel like I should know what it is, and how are we gonna figure that out?
Because what else are you gonna worry about?
Right.
Yeah. The things in your real life that
affect you. Yeah. Or
that's too.
Or
dumb.
stuff that doesn't. I mean, eventually things can come home to roost.
Oh, sure.
You could be living in Germany in 1937.
Yeah.
And not be paying attention to what's going on around you, and all of a sudden here you are.
Yeah, and you're like, I thought this guy was into art. You know?
I thought this was
thought he was an artist.
I thought this was some kind of artist that I was.
Oh, so that's the guy you guys are thinking of.
Yeah. And you're like, this chancellor. I think we're taking a bit of a chance on this chancellor.
Yeah. If you could, there were people that lived in Germany that knew what was up. And there were people that lived there.
Yeah.
That's all I really wanted to say.
Yeah, right. No, there were
thousands of years.
Yeah, I mean,
that was kind of the problem.
Basically.
That's kind of the problem. Certain people like lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the issue.
Yeah.
And Kilb, are you politically savvy at all?
I kind of dip my toes in it I've tried my hand at it. I saw where it was going. I could have risen to the top, and I just gave it all up because I realized that it was. I just didn't. It.
Yeah.
The rewards at the end of the let's say the pot of gold at the end of the political rainbow.
Yeah.
I felt like it was gonna leave me kind of feeling emptier. Like,
Right.
what did I leave at the other end of the rainbow?
Yeah.
Once I got there, I thought I might. Like, I was almost I was like most of the way down this rainbow. And I was like, do I
did. This happened to me too. And I was also headed down the rainbow, and I looked down the rainbow, and you see this leprechaun.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just don't think I
don't
want
want
to. I don't want to have anything to do, in the way that humans might reject a satyr.
Yeah.
Is the way I felt about this leprechaun.
And the thing you find out is then you jump off the rainbow. You don't want to go all the way. You don't want to finish this. You jump off of it. Like, have you played Mario or seen Mario Kart?
Oh, I've seen the Rainbow Road in Mario Kart.
Josh, have you ever watched Mario Kart?
I mean, that's mostly what I did when I was little. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, jump off Rainbow Road, and then where are you?
Well, but sometimes you can skip.
Yeah.
And see,
I
did
did that.
That's how I got to the top so fast.
Right. I jumped off.
Yeah.
A little cloud guy picked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
so
like,
the little the last time when I really decided to be done and kind of just get out of the race, the rat race of politics.
Yeah.
I jumped off. The little cloud guy let me fall.
Right.
And then when I landed and I tried to go back to where I'd been, I found out it was different, and it wasn't the same anyway.
And
why do you think he let you fall that time? You've been sort of.
It's the kind of thing where you can only be helped if you want to help yourself.
Right.
And I didn't. I was done help. I didn't want to be helped in this way anymore.
And
so he knew that.
You'd stopped giving him coins too.
I didn't. Right. I had no more coins left. That's kind of how he knew I didn't want to be helped. Is he looked at my. I guess that guy knows how many coins.
Okay. He's the cloud guy. Knows that. He knows how many coins you have.
Yeah.
Well,
Cloud guy knows how many coins every racer has.
It's probably based on like he knows the weight of each racer and then the weight of a coin.
He's very sensitive.
And so
That
he
fishing
can-
pole.
Yeah,
is,
there's a scale on the reel.
Pull,
you know.
the scale on the reel and it rings up.
Okay.
So
Okay, no
that's
coins.
how he knows.
But then okay. So he knows he's keeping track of how many times people have fallen off, how many coins he's taken. So when he sees someone falls off, he goes, I know they don't have any more coins.
And how does that impact his behavior again? I think
He
I'm
just
missing that.
lets you
he
fall.
just lets you
Okay.
fall.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, get off
Gotcha.
the rainbow.
So,
I think that pretty much clearly shows how I was involved. I could go there. I could actually reveal a lot of stuff, but
and
I
hang
think,
out with the leprechaun.
yeah, my advice is to not be politically savvy.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I was going to say my answer, since we we've kind of pulled
Yeah.
the whole room here.
Right.
is-
No,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
My
Gabe.
answer is
Yeah, we
that-
kind of had. We almost did.
We
didn't
almost
we?
got through everybody.
We almost did it.
We almost did ask everybody what they're, and I don't know. I think we're kind of running out of time.
no,
Yeah,
well, no.
it's-
I did share. I
Okay.
did share
Oh, okay.
that I wasn't politically savvy.
That's
earlier.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But we didn't ask you.
No, it's true.
No.
I shared that voluntarily, and then I voluntarily asked each
Right.
of you to
Right.
volunteer that
Yes.
information about yourselves. But I think that probably my answer to you, Justin, is that you should find someone who is politically savvy and ask
That's-
them how to be politically savvy.
Oh, that's a good.
That's how you could become
Right.
politically savvy.
I mean, like I said, I am that, but I.
Someone,
So
sorry,
Yeah.
you
You
should
can-
find someone who is politically savvy who wants to tell you how to be politically savvy.
that
That's
would
such
be
an
key. That would be key.
Somebody who
Yeah.
wants to answer the question,
Yeah.
who is capable of
Which-
answering the question and has a desire to.
That's the thing is sometimes
then-
this is actually one of the techniques too.
Right.
Honestly, it's like
Yeah.
And
sometimes you're not going to want to answer a
Yeah.
question, and that's going to be the right choice. You could answer it.
Yeah.
You have the information. You know exactly what's about to happen. But like a dad,
Yeah.
talking to his son about, okay, for example, this week, my wife and I are walking home from church. The kids go way ahead of us, start heading home. We are behind, and I just was like, let's go this other way. So we departed from the same path. My kids know their way home. I know for certain. At the end,
left them out in the world.
So this
plenty
is the
of
thing.
times.
No,
It's a Hansel and Gretel kind of thing. You're like, oh, I guess these kids know their way home. That's how you find out.
They're up at this block where I know they can see where our house is.
Yeah.
So they know. I decide, okay, we're going to cut around this way so we can meet up with them on the other side because we're not going to be able to see them anyway because they're going to be so far ahead of us they'll be home. Not in the plans. They just sort of went, and I was like, we'll see what happens. So we cut around the other way. My wife was like, shouldn't we just follow them in case they get, confused? And I was like, we won't be able to see them anyway. We'll just do this. So we get all the way home.
Right.
My kids are not there. I don't know where my kids are. I'm like, they're hiding. We look around. They're not there. I look back down the street. They're not there. Like, literally, I'm looking at where they were when we departed from their same path. And they're just not there. I'm like, what in the world did they do?
Yeah.
What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
Right.
So and my wife is kind of like looking at me like, okay.
This was your idea. Remember
when you were like, let's take our eyes off the kids. Let's leave them.
Well, our eyes were going to be off the kids no matter what because they were so far ahead of us. Yeah. But so I go back around. I retrace my steps. I find them. They're at. They found some people they knew that were worshiping at a different church that meets in a building near us.
Oh, okay.
And they were already talking to them. They had already gotten a hold of someone who called my wife.
Wow.
And I found them. So they did some of the right stuff. But it was crazy because I was like, okay, first of all, I was wrong to depart from the thing. We should know. We should have been there so they could see us if they look back. But then the other thing was that they were like, I was like, why? I was like, you guys got to know this. If you lose sight of us, you got to go home. If you know where home is, go home. Don't try to find us.
Yeah.
Just go home.
Did they know where home was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, they could see our house. They know they've walked this path.
They were worried about you. They were like, what happened to mom and dad?
I don't know. They freaked out.
Did some strangers stop and pick them up?
No. Right. That's what I'm worried about. But so I was.
No, they were worried about that for you.
For you guys.
They were worried that you guys had gotten into a strange
stranger
vehicle.
offer my parents candy.
Yeah. That's, I mean, I often worry about that for Caleb.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, it's hard. It's hard. I'm savvy. Politically savvy means I've kind of not worked hard on other savviness.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's kind of a savvy meter. You can put it up in one area, and if it's all the way up in that area, the other one's
diminished in other places, for sure. But so my point being that this is sort of what it's like. Sometimes you have to learn on the job.
Yeah.
You have to learn on the job. Your kids make a mistake, and then in that mistake, it's maybe more effective teaching.
Yeah.
And also for me, it was effective for me too. I learned something too. I wasn't right. I'm not saying I was right. I made a mistake.
Right.
But then they also, our mistakes compounded.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it didn't turn into anything bad.
Yeah. So this is a thing where, like, you go, you really step out and you go, our king's name is.
Right.
And you just say the name of the king.
Right.
Current king. And even if you're kind of not sure.
For Justin.
You just,
Yeah.
Right.
You just take a swing.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the name of the king.
Right. Take a swing at the name of the king.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the poems you wrote this week, Josh?
That was one of them.
Okay.
Take a swing at the name of the king.
Yeah.
And so, and then you'll find out pretty quickly if that was right or wrong. Your political savviness is going to increase apace.
All right. Already.
Yeah.
Now, don't let anyone record you not getting the king's name right.
Yeah.
That'll undercut you later, right?
Think about, listen, nothing is lost anymore.
Right.
But if you, as you're trying to find this king's name, you're trying a bunch of different stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be lots of different recordings of you.
Mm.
And you can also just wear an extra finger
Yeah.
in all the recordings, the videos.
Oh,
And they'll think
And
it's
go,
AI. It's made from AI.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So definitely do. I think probably one of our top
Yeah.
suggestions is
Wear an
invest in some additional
A finger ring, and
A
that
finger
means
ring.
a ring that has a prosthetic finger on it.
Yeah.
So it looks like your hands were not generated correctly by an AI
Yeah.
That's good.
model.
Yeah. So you should. That's available. It's
They're
criminals
selling,
are
like,
So
criminals
that's-
love them.
criminals are using them because they can just go, oh, this picture's definitely
So
not
that's
real.
why that's why those exist. Okay, because I got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, these are interesting.
Very
I
cool.
like them.
I just liked it.
Fingers
Yeah.
for my fingers.
Kind of handy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think honestly,
Handy to
Justin,
have
if you
extra
start
fingers, yeah.
on that path, you start moving that way on the political rainbow, then I mean, I
Yeah.
can't think of anyone better suited for the role. You'll be the leprechaun at the end of the political
Oh,
rainbow.
yeah.
Very
Definitely. You'll be the
Hard to
the
catch.
the little guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slippery.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the most savvy guy.
Yeah.
He's the gatekeeper
Sitting
to the
on
gold.
that pot of gold.
Political
Yes.
gold.
Yep, the gold is votes.
The gold
Or,
is
I don't know.
the
Maybe
coins
The
are
gold
votes.
is votes and real gold.
Yeah, it's votes and gold.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know, used to people didn't come out of office politically or like financially enriched.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Now they
Oh,
do,
they do,
which
yep.
is a better system. It
And-
definitely works better that
It
way.
uses
Yeah.
capitalism.
Well, and it
kind of
what it
like an
does.
Aikido. It's kind of an Aikido
Yeah.
move with
Yeah.
capitalism. Use the weight of the
So
system.
some against the
Yeah,
system.
and
Yeah.
and it really clarifies for those individuals what their incentives are.
Right.
And, you know, it basically it just gives them a schedule.
Right.
You know, at the beginning of the day, they know what they're up to,
Right.
Right.
because they know, how am I going to enrich myself personally? You
Yeah.
know, you're Nancy Pelosi, and you're thinking, well, I'm going to buy these stocks, and then I'm going to pass this legislation, and right before
Well,
it
no,
passes,
no,
I'll sell.
Right.
No, she does it herself too.
Yeah.
She does it herself.
And
Yeah,
you know,
but-
I'll sell
but
that.
She does get kind of a little bit of an added benefit when her husband
Yeah.
does the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Does the exact same
Same thing.
thing, and a number of other politicians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not just her.
Yeah.
But no one else has been so close to a hammer.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Have I ever been that close to a hammer?
I've never had a hammer that close to me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I guess that's
My
worse.
brother Nathan once was. He was playing with a hammer, threw it up in the air, and it came down and stuck claw first into
Kinda
his,
Paul
into his
Pelosi'd him?
head. Yeah,
Yeah.
himself.
Wow.
I think he was, you know, concerned that he was, you know, stealing information from people's brains or whatever that guy was worried about.
Yes.
Was he?
I don't
worried
know
about
what
something
his
like that?
thing was. I just thought he was, kind of a.
I think Nathan was concerned
Hammer
he might get up
enthusiast.
to some of those things. I better put a stop to this right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Claw first.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is that am I being? I guess it's still the hammer.
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, yeah. It's still, I mean, the claw part of the hammer is definitely part of the hammer.
Yeah.
That's why they
if you
call
got
it-
hit with it, would you be like, I got hammered?
Oh,
It'd be like, oh, okay.
I got hit with a hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd say hammered.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you got hit with a hammer if you would say I got hammered.
Yeah.
I guess we should find out what Paul
Paul
Pelosi
Pelosi said.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
I feel like getting
I
hit.
got hammered.
I feel like getting hit with a hammer once is just getting hit with a hammer. But
Yeah.
if somebody is repeatedly
Yeah.
hitting you with a hammer,
And
Yeah, you could
if you
say
look
it.
down at your feet and your
Yeah.
feet are starting to sink into
Right.
whatever surface,
Oh yeah. Well,
I mean that's
you might say I got
you
nailed.
got nailed.
yeah, that's true. And you know what that means?
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get hammered, you might get nailed. That means you're screwed.
Thanks so much for listening. This has been Advanced Answering Techniques. You can send your questions to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. We're looking for an audio file 1 minute in length. Send those along.
Yeah.
We've got, I do have to say, we have quite a few.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
Don't send any questions.
Well, just know that if you've sent in a question we haven't answered,
Right.
that the timeline right now is a little bit stretched out, which we're very pleased with.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah.
So
I'm
a leprechaun with a pot that wants to be full of question gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how we view ourselves.
Yes.
Little leprechauns.
And
sitting-
the internet is the rainbow.
The internet's the
Sending
rainbow.
that gold
Right.
over. I'm assuming the gold gets there through the rainbow.
Right.
Too.
It's the information super rainbow. Right.
All the gold pieces fly over the rainbow into the pot, right?
Yeah. I think that's how it works. Also, if you just want to, you don't have to go. There are other ways to find leprechauns if you want to hang out with leprechauns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to go to the pot of gold.
No,
Into the rainbow.
no, there's some other ways.
There's other ways. Sometimes they're just disguised as rabbits.
Yes.
Catch more rabbits.
Yeah.
Catch some rabbits, hang out with rabbits.
That's just Darby O'Gill.
It's Darby
rules.
O'Gill.
Yeah, the Darby O'Gill rules, the law of Darby
Yeah.
O'Gill.
Darby O'Gill. This week's song, we have a song that we'll
Okay.
get to in just a little bit. And it's kind of like dealing with some of these like epistemic
Oh,
questions,
yeah.
like certainty,
Okay.
uncertainty.
I love it.
So
Good job on the songs, Josh.
Yeah, we love
I
the
that,
songs.
oh, thank you. It makes me feel like I was asking for.
No, I know you
for
weren't,
that.
but it just occurred to me
Yeah.
that I wanted to make sure you
You're
knew
very
that I
kind
love
about
the
that,
songs.
Kegels. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I wish we could get some songs out of you guys.
I write
don't
songs.
even know the
they're
first
not
thing about
funny.
it.
They're not good.
It's not true.
So I just end up
I've never
not
even
doing
heard a song, so I wouldn't even know where to start.
them. Oh yeah, that would be hard.
You haven't even listened. I mean, I feel a little hurt.
I always
You
turn
haven't
it
even
off.
listened to
I
my.
always turn it off.
Wow. I mean, that would be crazy.
It
What
is-
if you could find someone who'd
it's
never heard a song and try to get them
truly-
to write a song?
It is truly not anything personal.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like the songs. I don't know that I don't like the songs.
Right.
Never.
I just want to keep my streak going.
It's kind of, in Hearts, in the game of Hearts, when you shoot
Yeah.
the moon.
Yeah.
No, I've
It's where
never
you get
played
all
Hearts.
the hearts.
Mm.
You don't want hearts. But if you get all the hearts, you shoot the moon.
And
then
you
you
win.
win.
So
then
it's
you
so
win.
bad it's good.
That's right.
And that's interesting. That's kind of a honeymoon with a man.
Yeah.
And is getting all the hearts of his wife. And he wins that way.
And then he wins.
He doesn't get all of her hearts.
He doesn't
Then
try to, he doesn't try to get no hearts. He tries to get all her hearts.
By the way,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
episode is dedicated to the memory of Josh's dog.
Yes.
So, Rest in peace.
Just the memory
Rest
of
in
her.
pieces.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I want to give you an award. I want to give you an award. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I want to stand up and applaud. I wanna stand up and applaud. We think we pulled back the curtain. Certain things seem uncertain. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Struck me like a chord. Struck me like a chord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Face down in the sun. Nose first, oh my God. We think we turned up several seams now. Certain things ain't
what seems. But the theme of mystery runs through all of human history. Woo, woo, woo.